My arm is so far away. Oh. Sci-fi surprise time, folks. And that means this one is this way. Time for Santa Claus to conquer the Martians. We are going classic B-School. I found my snowman friend who missed the whole Christmas box cleanup moment this year, so I thought I'd bring him out. And it's actually quite fitting because we got quite this. I woke up this morning to this lovely, gentle, big, fluffy snowflakes falling from the sky. So it was actually kind of perfect that last night I watched Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. Although, I've got to say, a little bit of a spoiler title there. I really thought it was Santa Claus Versus, and I'm like, no, it's actually Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. Anyway, so we are going back to 1964 for this sci-fi classic. And I would actually have to say, well, one, this is actually science fiction because there are Martians on Mars and Martian children with no Santa Claus. It's so weird to watch. Like, it's like I'm like, what is this movie? Is this a comedy? Is it a fantasy? Is it science fiction? Is it a B movie? Is it some weird whacked out PSA? Is it like an anti-television something secret message? Is it like an Air Force commercial? I'm like, I don't know. I could not tell when I was watching. Is it a holiday movie? The weird thing is it can, like, depending on, you know, it's not really a kids movie, which is weird because there's kids in it and they play a strong role. But like, depending on what your kids believe about Santa Claus, and you know, it's that kind of stuff that makes it sort of, you know, depending on the age and what you celebrate and all that stuff, kind of changes that kind of stuff. But I'm like technically, yes. Is it a science fiction film? Yes. Big check mark there. Martians, people living on Mars, space travel, that's science fiction. And then the Santa Claus part, you know, is it, depending on your interpretation, that could be fantasy, which is funny. A lot of holiday movies are technically fantasy, because fantasy is you take what's given as reality without explanation, although it's different from our world, depending on your beliefs. Or like folklore, you know, but then like, but then it kind of reads like a family movie, but then would you really sit down with your family and watch this? Like, it is a little cuckoo, like it is, which is fine, but it's, I just, in terms of like having your kids watch it, or watching it as a kid, I can't even imagine watching it as a kid. That would be the most messed up thing. But it feels like it's made for TV. And just before I go into all my supposes and who knows and what's it, is that I didn't look it up. For me, I really strongly feel with film, I want to experience it as a viewer first. And sure, like, I know this is like, there's a Criterion release of this, and I don't know why. I'm going to find out, but I don't know why. Like, is it the fact that it was a B movie? Was it, and was there something in it? Was there some secret message or something? Like, I don't mean like, you know, like you turn your dial to K12. I mean like, you know, like, is there, you know, does it represent something larger than it is? It's often why some things like this would be included in something like Criterion. But I'm more curious to just experience it as a film without knowing that kind of stuff going in, because otherwise I'm not having a viewer's experience. It's more of an academic experience, and nothing against academia. I studied film in school, was my major, but I did study film, and I get it. But I'm curious to my own experience and interpretation of a film before going in knowing, oh yes, this is about the revolutionary period of blah 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 blah. I'm like, well, I don't know that. Like, and you can look at that like from a social perspective now for films now, because we're here now, so you know that that's a commentary on what's going on now. So but you know, if in 1964, that's, you know, that's. Lots has been said about this film probably since now and then. Anyway, so I just wanted, it was just my little explanation of going into and that can not necessarily, you know, I say try it out and see if you like it. It can lead to some very bizarre results. Like, I remember watching the movie M and being like, no idea. I have no idea what that movie was about. Like, I could tell this is social commentary 100%, but I have no clue what the message is. And that can happen, and that's fine. And I could go look it up, and that's fine. But, you know, I want to experience it as a viewer first. So as a viewer, I was just howling. This movie is hilarious. It's funny. Like, from a B-movie perspective, it's great. It's got goofy costumes and really fun props and settings and a bizarre premise and all of this kind of stuff. Like, it's just really, and nice archetypes in terms of, like, you know, good person, bad person, goofy person you're maybe rooting for, not sure, uh-oh, look who's this person. Like, it's very clear and fun to watch from that perspective. And but the premise is, like, just ridiculous. Like, it's just so ridiculous. But I kept on wondering, like, is this some kind of weird, like, anti-television message, you know? But it looked like, especially when it started, it really felt like it was made for TV. You know, it's like, what is this movie about? It's like, it's all about the children of Mars who are sad because they don't have a Santa Claus. It's just like, who thought of that? So that's really funny. Like, so I really enjoyed that. I thought the costumes were hilarious, especially once I realized I think they're kind of like scuba gear, just like painted. It's just like, and if they're not, it's like, it really looks like a scuba gear, like a mask and a snorkel. But wow, I really enjoyed this one. It was a lot of fun. It was a bit slow getting started, and for me, but once you just sort of realize that level of ridiculousness, it's just sort of like, what's going on? What's all this Air Force stuff? Oh my god, so much fun, and wow. And the one thing that was weird, and I don't know if this is just the version I have, is that the color sort of changes, like, kind of all the time. Like, sometimes the Martians look green, and sometimes they look blue, but sometimes it feels like you're seeing it through a filter. And then I wasn't sure if, like, the Martian children are blue, and then the Martian adults are green. I didn't see enough, like, you know, of them in the same scene. It was lots of reaction shots. And oh my god, there are so many beautiful little, what's that called, like, tableaus of, like, the Martian children looking, you know, like, you know, bored or in wonder, or, like, you know, like, just, like, so many little things like that, like, so many little beautiful visuals of, you know, the effects are pretty creative. There's not tons of them. It's mostly, you know, models or, like, you know, using a screen to look at something else a lot, both of which I've seen tons of, especially in the sort of 50s and 60s of the films of the challenge. And I like it. It has a lot of kitsch factor, and I just think it's really cute. So I like that. I don't mind it at all. But wow, but there were so many hilarious little shots of, you know, the human kids or Santa Claus, and Santa himself was pretty funny, like, pretty freaking funny. So it's just kind of like, but there was lots of weird, like, felt like missing bits, you know, like Santa winning people over. When did that happen? Not that Santa couldn't. Like, it's not like you're not going to believe that, but it's like, I don't really see the transition there. I'm not really going to worry about that. And it's not a film where you're really going to worry about that. I guess my biggest thing was really trying to figure out that, really feeling like I kind of feel like it should be a kids movie, but I don't think you really can make this a kids movie. It's a little too messed up. It's a little too, like, not like I didn't watch it when I was a kid, but like something like Jacob Tutu. Like, there's just something, it's not that bad, but there's just something a little too scary. Not scary, just a little questionable. But I don't know. I don't have kids, so I don't really worry about that. And there's lots of people, I'm sure, that, you know, do reviews that very much notate those kinds of things. And I'm not really, you know, I'm not really that interested, because I watched all kinds of crazy horror movies when I was really young. So, yeah, I'm fine. One other thing I wanted to mention is it's actually my 11th film. I thought that it was going to be my 10th film, but it's actually my 11th film in the challenge. And wow, big thumbs up. So that's 2 in a row, because the last one was really good too. Oh, the Brain Machine. That was awesome. awesome. So that takes us to time to pick a new one. I feel like I didn't actually say much about the movie. I really enjoyed it. And now I'm really curious to find out, you know, why it's so notable. Because it doesn't... Other than as a holiday movie and a B movie, I don't see that much more notable than other, you know, to me there wasn't one thing other than the Santa thing that really stuck out, that made it that different from some of the other ones. I don't know, genre mashup 101. We'll see. Alright, let's see what's next. See what's next. Feels like it's gonna be this one. Alright. It's upside down. There's something. I saw the the atomic brain! Awesome! Another 1964 one. This one's in black and white though. Awesome. This one I think I imagine it was black and white and colorized because of the color. Alright, thank you, Snowman. Did a good job. I'll have to get you in the Christmas box. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll be back next time with the atomic brain.